1 city. Oh, the 9 is rolled. That's huge for him. 3 ores, 2 sheep. Can he win it right here? He trades in 3 for 1 wheat. It would have been game. Darn. Good game. No, he passes. He doesn't. He buys a development card. 4 is rolled. There's 4 woods out, 2 bricks. Green builds a city. What now? She has a hidden development card. This could be it. Does she have enough to build a city? 11 cards in hand. She needs to either build 2 roads and a settlement, or buy a development card. Oh, a road. And 2 roads. Oh, still 7 cards. Trades in for a development card. Oh, we survived. 9 is rolled. That's 3 sheep. And that's 5 ore directly there. What is my play? So we're doing the base game with 10 victory points. And let's hope that no AIs this game. Those are the most fun. Actually, this is a fun one. I purposely chose to highlight this game because it has very interesting finale to the end. So I'm started to be a little more selective with my videos. So play along with this one. This one we have some good strategy and some practice on some skills during this game. So here I am, second to play, and green took a really high production spot, powerful wheat ore combination. It's got the best wood on the board, has the potential to pair up the wood and brick with the 5s. So I'm eyeing right now. Let's take a look. So wheats are plentiful. We got 2 6s and an 8. Sheep is not bad. Ore is low, and the green already obviously has the best ore. So I'm going to go ahead and snag that second best ore. And do I try and contest green off the bat? I decide against it. And because I noticed that wheat is high, I'm likely to get a decent wheat in the turnaround that I can then pair up with my wheat port. So gray takes the other powerful spot. I did also want to grab that 5 wood just in case for some reason that 5 brick was still open. I could pair up that powerful wood brick same number combination, which always works very well for expansion. So let's see. So gray took the other great spot that everybody would be eyeing, the strong brick, strong wheat, and pretty decent enough sheep. So what I notice is that sheep port is still available, and it gives me down in that bottom right, if I were to go there, I have the brick wheat that I need to round out my resources. And orange does actually a very good move in my opinion. Well, it's good for me in the sense that they block green's expansion. Gray leaves my perfect combination, which is the wheat brick. Now, here's the question right here, do I do the 6-3-11 and go down to the wood port, or do I do the 8-3-4, which I'm eyeing right now? And I really like this sheep port expansion because sheep is rarely blocked, and even if it is blocked, it's not such a bad thing to lose. It doesn't distribute my numbers as well, but it also gives me the chance to really expand quickly if 8s are rolled. And I can have these dueling ports with if I get onto the 8 wheat port and the 8 sheep port. So I'm liking this option. Do I then try and expand out to the left, which I don't think will be taken? I'm eyeing it. If I go to that 6-3-11, it would be a good expansion for me, but is it really necessary? So ultimately, I decide against it. I like my ports better than I like to go for the expansion to the left, just in case green does something crazy, like take that 6-3-11 and then go down to the wood port, which is potential that they could do. If they did that, it would really slow me down. So I decided to play it safe, and go on over to the sheep port, and it leaves me the opportunity to cut off gray, also to head up to that brick port if I get the right rolls. So let's see. Green is deciding right here they need sheep and brick. They take a super strange move. They really wanted that 5 combination wood and brick. So they're banking on the fact that they can get wood and brick to come quickly by rolling of 5s. And with the number of 5s rolled, then they'll go ahead and be able to expand on up to get that sheep that they need. So they decided to go ahead and steal from me, which is sort of strange in the sense that I have the brick, which he already has brick, and wheat, he has plenty of wheat. So really what he needs is sheep. And let's see, gray would have had sheep. So he probably should have taken from gray. For some reason, I'm eyed as the early threat, and both gray and green have taken from me. That's fine. Not that I'm paying attention or anything. 3 is rolled. Get some brick and wheat goes to gray. You'll notice that I don't use the game log, and that's just because I haven't played the computer version of this game all that much, so I'm not used to going back through the game log. I'm sure I could learn it if I really wanted to, but ultimately I feel like it's a crutch that doesn't give me an advantage if I'm really trying to improve my capabilities. So I do feel like it is kind of one of those things that you develop a skill of paying attention to what's going on in the game, even if it moves quickly, a lot more quickly than it does in real life. So, but the more you do it, the more you allow the game to just go. You can kind of monitor who gets what cards and keep at least a rough estimate, if not a very good estimate, of who has what. And in some instances, knowing who has what cards is really going to come into your advantage, and especially if you know the exact numbers. So I steal my wood, which is nice, and now I can move forward, and I decide to go on out to the sheep port first, and that's mainly because I have that backdoor plan to get on over to the brick port if I can get past gray. So rolls are not too amazing right now. 6 is rolled. Got some more wheats going out. Luckily, this game is moving very rapidly. Another 6 is rolled. So I'm thinking to myself, how can I get the max usage of my ore, which I have a nice special ore right now, and I don't want somebody to steal it. So I decided to just hang on to it for a little bit. 9 is rolled. Get a quick trade. I'm about to open up the screens, I think. Yes, so I can see everybody's holdings. Again, I play this on my phone, so things might look a little different to you if you're not used to playing on the phone version. Green jumps out to a early city. Now this is good for me in the sense that it makes green a target, and green, actually, I don't mind to get a city at this point, because if they can get blocked for the early part of the game, they're going to have trouble catching up due to the lack of sheep and the fact that they really need to expand to that 9 to 10 sheep area in order to really have a chance at this game, because they need to start getting development cards to protect their city. They've blocked their only port. The port has been blocked by an orange, so they have a real difficult time in order to get a port. Orange 2 upgrades. Now orange I'm a little bit more scared of because they have good wheat, good sheep already, and good ore. They're already on a port. They have an okay wood and can either trade ore for brick or trade 3-to-1 to get bricks. And now that they have a city on their ores, they're looking pretty powerful. So green rolls and they can't block orange. Well, they decide not to block orange, instead block gray. I'm sure they're after a wood. Should be a wood. So I get a 3. My brick is rolled. I decide not to buy a development card because I'm so close. All I need is a 5 to get my settlement over there. And partly because I feel like as 7s are rolled, even though I was just blocked, I decided to go ahead and just wait, keeping on to my wheat since my wheat is blocked. And I'd rather try and get this settlement first. So 6 is rolled. Lots of wheats do go out there. 6 has been rolled a lot already. Let's see what orange does now. Orange has 3 cards, 2 development cards. You can see they're already collecting development cards. 7 is rolled. Again, it's green. Let's see if green continues to block me. It does. It's sort of like green and gray are tag teaming against me. I'm not really. Green and orange, I'm sorry, are tag teaming because they're both sort of the biggest threats right now with 3 points. And yet they're blocking gray and red consistently. I got a second ore, which is nice. It puts me closer to getting a city, which I really wasn't expecting to get an early city, but if the option does come, I will certainly take that since 2 other players already have a city as well. Backdoor plays also and decides to take from green finally. So unfortunately it blocks my wood, which I really needed wood to build my settlement. But the good thing is it opens up my sheep, and if I just get 2 8s rolled, I can get a city right now. Let's see what happens. Sarah is over 7. I'm sure she's nervous to roll. She decides to go ahead and play the knight first. Give her 9 cards. And where does she place it? She places it on. Now backdoor is getting blocked, so that's fair. So they finally decided to start going after each other. I wished my ore was still open, but that's okay. Like I said, all I need is 2 8s. She still hasn't rolled. Maybe she forgot to roll. Time is a ticking. Okay, I just skipped forward a little bit. She took forever to press the button, and a 10 is rolled, and she gets a perfect block because I really wanted that ore. Oh, Sarah. Let's see. Is she going to figure out what to do quickly? Looks like she is. Somebody has typed. Yep, backdoor is like, what's going on? Finally. All right. 8. Oh, she was so lucky she rolled that 10. Now, can I sneakily either get an ore or sheep? I can give a brick and get a sheep, or I can give a brick and give an ore, or I can buy 2 development cards. Let's see if somebody is interested in that. That's fair trade. Orange, who doesn't get bricks, decides to go ahead and give me a city. That was nice of him. He needed the brick anyway. And probably had extra ores to trade. So I gave up my rare brick. Now I'm still a target. I continue to be a target. But I did upgrade my sheep. And now I'm getting multiple wood when they're rolled, multiple ore when it's rolled. And I'm about to get my sheep port. So that was actually a fairly big upgrade for me. Let's see what back door. It's taking his time. He's only got 5 cards, but he does have 2 development cards. So what does this typically indicate? Indicates he's counting to figure out, should he play his knight or should he play a monopoly or year of plenty or road building. So it seems like he's right on the edge of using a special development card. He decides to go ahead and snag with using a knight. He's got now 2 knights played. 5 is rolled, my 5 is blocked. So I'm sure he's happy with that. Decent trade for me. I gave a sheep, knowing and Sarah really needed the sheep. So now she's more of a threat. 5 is blocked again. I'm right at the edge of... So I can use 2 roads right now to get on over to that 5 brick. Do I want to do that and make myself a target? Let me see if I can try first to get a wheat. If I get a wheat, that will help me out. There were lots of wheats being rolled earlier. Let's see what he offers. He will give up an ore for a brick. I decided to go ahead and get on over to this. Oops. That was strange. I thought I would go over to the 5 brick port. So instead I just protect my expansion. It's a good trade for me, except that I really needed the wood. Let's see what Gray does. Does Gray build a road? No, they come over to the wheat port. Now I might lose the wheat port. They have 2 options that I'm fighting with Gray for. 2 brick for 1, 2 brick and a sheep for 1 wood. So I still don't want to trade because I have in my mind maybe I can still get this sheep or this wheat port. I really like that 5 brick though expansion. 2, I have my settlement in hand. And again, I'm close to getting a city. 9 is rolled. Lots of ores and sheeps. It's going to be a lot of development cars out there. I believe I should go ahead and build my settlement, which I do. And now I have 2-to-1 sheep port. And I should be getting any 8s are really going to be powerful for me. It's going to give me 2 wheats and 2 sheep. As long as it's blocked, I'll probably start to get blocked now. Let's see if they go right to target me. So Gray has fallen far behind. Gray takes from orange. Now I'm actually tied for the lead with green, but I feel like I'm a little further ahead than green. because green does not have a port and they don't really have a close port to go to. So now orange takes largest army, blocks me again with the wheat. Really slowing down gray. They've taken from gray an awful lot. Sarah again loses her cards. Let's see what she's going to block now. She got rid of 2 ore, wheat, and something else. I think maybe a sheep. Blocks me again, takes one of my sheep. See if she buys a development card. Yep. Lots of development cards were out there. That's 6s rolled. I can't do anything. Move on. It's fine. All part of the game. It's frustrating to get taken from, but you know what? You just tell yourself it's part of the game. 9 7s are rolled. Lots of 6s. Knight is played again, and he still has one more development card. He finally takes from green. 10 is rolled. He does 3-1, 3 ores for wheat, and builds his second city. So now he's really in a strong city knight setup. He still needs to get his expansion up there. Let's see what green is doing. So he's already got 6 with 1 hidden development card. He could potentially be at 7. So others hopefully will start recognizing that orange is a threat, and green having 2 development cards being blocked, it should be time for green to play a knight. And if green plays a knight, they should be blocking orange. They don't play a knight. More ores are given. So now all I need is an 8 and I can really change the game. So an 8 for me would either give... Oh, green does a road building. That's nice. That's a huge card for them, as they were struggling. A 7. I don't mind a 7. I only had 7 cards. Gotta slow down orange and green, so I might as well block them both. Who do I take from? They're both doing well. I think in the long run, probably is going to be orange, but I decide to go ahead and take from green. I get a knight. I just have to keep this. I have to keep the knight off of me. It's been on me all game, and it's really slowing me down from keeping up with these others. I don't want to give orange any cards at this point. It was a good trade, and gray does take him up on that, and now he can buy another development card. So he didn't play one of his development cards. Likely it is a victory point. And Sarah decides to play one of hers, and it works out okay in her favor. She blocks the 6 wheat. Backdoor only has 1 card now. Do I say nice block? Of course, Backdoor says it himself. Alright, I don't need to play my knight anymore. A 9 again is rolled. I do have a city in hand, or I could buy 2 development cards. This is an important part of the game because I'm still eyeing that wheat port over there, and it gives me a knight and a monopoly. Now this is perfect. It gives me some game-changing material. Knight, so I can protect myself. Monopoly, which can allow me to do some very tricky activities. So I don't yet want to help gray because I'm still eyeing that wheat port with the 8 sheep. Again, a good trade. Brick and sheep for wood. I have an extra wood. But like I said, I'm just not wanting to give up on that spot as of yet. Orange decides to help out gray, and it looks like I'm going to lose my spot. Yep. So even though I didn't help she was able to get there, and that's fine. It's not my favorite, but it does mean that I'm going to have to go somewhere else. So let's see. So I have some potential, and there goes my other second hidden spot that I would have loved to get to. Sarah has just sealed that center position and is making a huge threat to get the longest road connecting her stuff, and she does go ahead and connect everything through the middle. So that was a huge play by Sarah. She now has a hidden development card, and now I'm fighting to just stay close. Let's see what happens. So 2 is rolled. Now I believe my only play should be to head on over to that brick port. I have the option to get a city right now. City would be nice because that would give me some faster way to get bricks. I can trade all 4 of these wood in to get a city, and I decide to go ahead and do that. I could have just built a road and gone on over to that 5 brick port, but it paid off. Let's see, did I lose my expansion with gray? Gray has the option to build. What does gray build? She has 1 road. I think she went in the middle there. Okay. Again, a surprise play. Gray has done some different things. That's a good roll for me, giving me 2 roads, completing my 2 roads. So I have the option to either expand down into that 411 with the wood port, or I can expand up to the 5 brick port, which I would say is my number 1 spot. The 5 brick port's good because it blocks green from expanding over there. So that's likely to be my next spot. Let's see what Backdoor does. Backdoor still hasn't built their 3rd settlement. They should be close now, though. All I need is an 8, and I have road settlement in my hand. Let's see what Backdoor does. They decide to do 3-1 for a wheat, and they have their settlement. Securing 7 points with 2 hidden, and I got my 8, the perfect roll. So now I have a road settlement, and a 9 is rolled. It's blocked, which gives 2 sheep to Backdoor. Now, I should be paying attention if you haven't been doing it yourself, because I've been sitting here with a monopoly in hand. And this is really important time right now. The game is coming down to the wire. Orange has 7 with 2 hidden development cards. They could potentially have 9. Sarah has 7 with 1 hidden development card. And a 7 is rolled. Let's see. So 8 was just rolled before, giving gray 2 sheep. Green 9 was rolled before that, giving orange 2 sheep and Sarah 1 sheep. A 7 was just rolled, and you have to pay attention to see what was just dropped, which I didn't quite catch. But this is an important part of the game because I'm right at the end of needing to use my monopoly. Let's see, a 7 is rolled. For some reason, I was blocked, even though I have only showing 6 points. Backdoor showing 7 points with 2 hidden development cards. I'm 6 with 2, so I guess I'm only 1 behind. 5 is rolled. Oh no. 3 is rolled. Okay, so I'm right at the edge here. Let's see. So brick, 2 wheats. Do I want to go ahead and play my monopoly at this time? I would have really liked to see ores get rolled, because then I could collected a bunch of ores and bought development cards. Instead, I steal. I use my knight because I know I'm right at the end of the game, and I need some more game changer material. Let's see, I have my 2-to-1 brick port. I can give 2-to-1, 2-to-1, and do it twice. I could get another city here. And I decide to go ahead and buy a development card first, because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to catch up to backdoors, knights, and I now have another knight, and then I have a victory point. So I'm right at the edge. If I can take over, if I can keep pushing towards his knights, I have an outside chance of stealing longest road. Okay, gray builds a city. So right here, 2 sheep for 1. So she has 2 sheep in hand. I need to pay attention to sheep. 3 sheep for 1 wood. She has 3 sheep in hand. She gives up 3 sheep to backdoor. And I scream, no. What are you doing? Backdoor has now 11 cards, 2 hidden development cards. And an 8 is rolled, so 2 more sheep go to gray. And 2 wheats go to gray. It's a good roll for me, but what does backdoor do? Let's see. He could win the game right here. He's got 7, 2 hidden development cards. He's thinking 11 cards. This could be game. I'm just waiting for. I keep watching, eyeing, waiting for him to say, "Good game, good game." So I'm taking a look at the game log, not knowing what to say to unused devs. I want to share that he could be on victory. He instead uses road building to expand and build a settlement, still with 3 cards and a hidden development card. His 9 is still being blocked, and 9 was just blocked. He gets 2 sheep. 1 more sheep goes to green. Here's my final opportunity. I leave the ore. This is the last chance right here. I have 2 roads in hand. I need 3 more roads in order to take longest road. I have the opportunity to build a road and a settlement right now. And if I didn't block a road, settlement, that's 8 victories. What do I do here? Do I monopolize to just try and stave off victory from green? Green only has potentially 8. Backdoor potentially has 9. I got to keep blocking backdoor. I go directly for him and shut down his wheat, steal from him. And now I can buy 1 more development card to make things interesting, to at least keep things moving forward. And sure enough, I get a victory point. I'm right at the edge. All I need is to use my monopoly. 5s and 8s all games. I don't think that's true. There have been a lot of 5s recently, but okay, gray needs to be aware that we are now coming towards the end of the game. So I'm starting to get caught up in the chat. It's fun for me. I know orange is close. All they need is 1 city. Oh, the 9 is rolled. That's huge for him. 3 ores, 2 sheep. Can he win it right here? He trades in 3 for 1 wheat. It would have been game. Darn. Good game. No, he passes. He doesn't. He buys a development card. 4 is rolled. There's 4 woods out, 2 bricks. Green builds a city. What now? She has a hidden development card. This could be it. Does she have enough to build a city? 11 cards in hand. She needs to either build 2 roads and a settlement, or buy a development card. Oh, 1 road. And 2 roads. Oh, still 7 cards. Trades in for a development card. Oh, we survived. 9 is rolled. That's 3 sheep. And that's 5 ore directly there. What is my play? I have to use my monopoly here. It's for sure the last time I'll get to use it. 11 cards in backdoor. He just got 5 cards. All I need at the bottom there, I can build a road, a settlement. I know there's 4 wood that were just out, with 2 going to gray, 2 going to orange. Orange has 2 sheep. I'm looking to see what can I do. Does anybody want a sheep? Does anybody want to trade? Will gray even open the door to trade? I'll give you a sheep. That was a worthless trade because clearly she's not going to trade for 2 sheep. I got to monopolize for something. I go for the ore. All I need is 7 of them, and for sure it's victory. Because now I trade 4 to 1 and 2 to 1, and I have just missed it. I needed 7 ore, and I did not get 7. Instead, I only got 6. I have to get lucky on a development card. No. I knew it was defensive. Backdoor was going to win. I tried it, and I went for the win, but I also knew that if I missed, I could be defensive and potentially, luckily, get around to a victory. It didn't work out. Counted wrong. Yes, and now I'm getting caught up in the texting. If I wasn't caught up in the chatting, maybe I would have got the right thing. Backdoor got his perfect roll. 9 was rolled again. Gray builds an inconsequential. Good game. Backdoor wins. 6 is still blocked. And he builds his city. Oh, he has a year of plenty. He does that for 2 wheat just to make it easy rather than trading in. And let's see. What does he do? GG. Good game. And he goes ahead and builds a city. And I got 2nd ranked. But the question in this game is, could I have won with a different monopoly choice? What would you have done as your monopoly choice? So did I take the right monopoly usage? Well, my thought was, I know that 5 ores just went out. So 5 ores could give me almost, in just that number, almost exactly what I need, except that I still needed, for sure, if I was going to win, I needed 7. By stealing the ores, I do ensure some defense, whereas orange is basically guaranteed to win if I don't take his ores, and I don't win on this turn. So by grabbing the ores, it's a defensive move to potentially allow 1 round to go through. Both Sarah and Backdoor will be hindered by that. Sarah more likely will have a chance to still win, but Backdoor will be severely hurt if I steal all of his ores. And there was this off chance that 5 were just there. If there were 2 other ores scattered around, if I was paying attention well enough, then I would have won the game. I did seem to recall that there was at least 1 more, and there was potentially 2 more. However, if I had not had a timer, I probably would have had a chance to recount and be very clear on the other options that were available to me. Bricks weren't really an option. There weren't enough bricks out there to give me what I would have needed. I would have needed at least, I would have needed to trade them in for 2 woods and then a wheat. But sheeps, here's where, and wood is a close one because all I needed was actually 2 woods plus if there was 4 woods, because I don't have a 2-to-1 port on the wood, so I would need 6 woods. And I know that 4 was just rolled, so actually there are 4 woods out there. I needed to be able to account for 2 more woods. If there were 2 more woods that I didn't account for, maybe on a 5 or an 11, then that would be an option as well. So actually wood is a potential if I could recall that the 5 had been rolled and that green didn't use all of her woods, because I know 4 was just rolled during that previous round. However, if I count back, an 8 was just rolled not too long ago, and gray did not use all of their sheep, so they should still have 2 sheep in hand, and a 9 was just rolled, which gave 3 sheep, 2 sheep to orange and 1 sheep to green, and that would equal to 5 sheep available right there. 5 sheep I can trade in 2-to-1. So 5 sheep plus my 1 sheep in hand, that is right at the edge. If I can figure out where to account for 1 more sheep, if I go back long enough, so that would have given me right at the edge to ensure that I have a victory. If I back up the play even more, a 9 was just rolled not too long ago, and therefore there should be 1 more sheep out there that could potentially have given me 6 sheep to pull in. 2 of them would have been traded for wood. 1 of them traded for a wheat. 4 traded for 2 wood. And then 2 traded for 1 wheat. And that would have given me a road settlement, which I could have built down on the 4 brick to win the game. So the timer got me. I had to make a quick decision. I was weighing my options on whether I should be aggressive and go for the win, which is what I tried to do with the ore, versus defensive. It was an in-between one. I felt going for the ore was the safest bet in order to give me a chance to, 1, potentially win, and 2, at least ensure some defense that they wouldn't be guaranteed a victory this round. But had I had no timer, I think I would have figured out that sheep was the best chance, the best opportunity to get a victory in this instance. And Monopoly for sheep would have won the game.